Oh, wait, shit. Who goes first again? You
Me!
Go. Yeah, okay.
Hi, it's Lana.
I don't need to leave. My name is Kim.
And this is OMGbabe.
The podcast.
Dink, dink.
No, that's copyrighted.
It's not copyrighted, is it? The word dink?
No, that's theirs.
Yeah, anyway.
I'll put down my sweet, sweet beverage over there.
If this is a good podcast, I'm gonna lose my voice again.
It's always a good podcast, Lana. We post quality content.
No, but like if I get worked up,
you're gonna get worked up.
It has been a good podcast because my voice has always been gone.
This podcast is not nice to your voice.
No, because I lost my voice in the car on the way here. Yeah. Not on the way here. We went out to eat before this.
Yeah, we had a sweet, sweet lunch together because we're in love. Mm-hmm. I think I haven't seen you for 5 days?
Yeah.
It's a really long time to not see you. It was emotional. Our reunion, you showed up to my house last night at like 11 p.m., 11:20 or at night, and I told my parents like, oh yeah, Lana's coming over, and they're like, okay, why? I was like, she misses me. I miss her too. And they're like, you're gonna see each other tomorrow. And I went, so? And they laughed at me. But you came over and we reunited, and it was beautiful.
Yep.
What? What just happened?
This is what happens when you can hear everything in HD, Kim.
Really?
Yeah, we have headphones this time. I bought a headphone splitter for the mic, and then we can hear each other.
Yeah.
And ourselves.
We're real boys now.
We're real boys. This is a real podcast.
We've moved up in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The next step would be I buy myself a mic as well, and we each have our own mic.
Yeah.
And then we're real.
Then we're real boys.
We're real boys.
Kim's wearing a hat that says Boys Only Club.
Boys Only Club. It's from another podcast.
What podcast?
It's the Boys Only Club podcast with Steven Zuptic and Rena Scully. No, it's my cup. It's my grande vanilla sweet cream cold brew light ice from Starbucks. It's a good beverage. Highly recommend. Sponsor today is Starbucks. Yay! Get your groove on.
They won't. They would never. They would never.
I don't think Starbucks does sponsors.
Starbucks doesn't need sponsors.
It's true. They just have.
They're just
the
our
goods.
Starbucks.
They're the goods that people like.
Anyway, yeah. How you been? Since our last recording of this podcast?
We recorded like a billion years ago. I've been good, except not good. But pretty good, but not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, okay. The reason why Lana and I had to separate, and it was tragic, was because I had family coming over. And I was like, you can't come over, or I have family over. The opposite of that, babe, come over, my parents aren't home, because you can't come over, I have everybody over. And there were 17 people, including my family, at my house, and it was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. Also, I got my wisdom teeth out, but that's not really important.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were gone. They stole them from me. I was really upset.
Your Snapchats were so funny.
I was really, really
You
mad.
were snapping, and you didn't know what was happening.
I had no idea what was happening. All I knew was I had pudding at home, and I wanted my pudding. That's it. But I also remember before I got knocked out that I wanted to see my wisdom teeth when I woke up. But I don't remember waking up, so I couldn't have asked them to see my wisdom teeth. So they're just gone. I remember being really, really upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
It was tragic. It was top 10 anime deaths. But yeah, okay. So I had family coming over. And because I had family coming over, my mom went into like super ultra hyper, mode, and she was like prepping and cleaning and cooking for the crazy amount of people that were there. And I was helping her out. And my brother was doing jack shit. My dad was doing like yard work, right? Yard sard. And that started me thinking.
It started me
thinking some thoughts in my brain about the perceived role of women, primarily in like Asian households, because I am a young Asian thought.
Hey!
But yeah, so I started thinking about that, and this also was something I started thinking about because I went grocery shopping with a guy friend recently, and he just like didn't know anything. Like both the layout of the supermarket, he had no idea what the fuck a ShopRite interior looks like, apparently, and he also just didn't.
We've been there before, though.
We only go to the baking aisle, though.
Yeah, true.
Right? Or like the ice cream section.
Get baked.
Don't do drugs, kids, or do drugs.
Or don't do drugs unless you want to do drugs.
Don't do heroin.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Every other drug.
Don't do cocaine either.
Don't do cocaine.
Not even a little bit.
Don't do any bit of cocaine or heroin.
A little bit of cocaine is still cocaine, children.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I only did a little bit of cocaine. Cocaine is cocaine. No matter how much you do of it, a lot or little, you still did it. It's bad for you. But yeah, so we went grocery shopping, and he just, like, didn't know what was in his house. Like, I know in my household the brands that we usually buy, the amount we usually buy, if things are in the house that we're running out of and we need, like, all that stuff. And I was asking him because he had also a list, right? And he was just like, we need this and this and this. And I was like, okay, how much of it usually do you need? And, like, you know, how much of this do you eat? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, do you go grocery shopping with your mom? He's like, I haven't been grocery shopping in, like, years. And I went, years? Years? I go grocery shopping with my mom, like, all the time.
Like, bitch, you have a car.
I don't need a car, but, like, I go with my mom also. It's like, the lady needs help carrying stuff inside, too, you know? Shit's a lot. You're feeding a family.
If I don't go grocery shopping, I at least put everything away.
Yeah. I don't know if he puts it. He probably doesn't, right? And this goes back to, I was like, this is weird and stupid. So I started, you know, messaging my good acquaintance Lana here, and I was like, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything, and I don't know why. I knew why, but I didn't want to say it yet.
Yeah, we didn't want to assume anything.
It's because he's a dude. He's a dude, and boys are dumb.
I know. Okay, we have to do this disclaimer. Not all men are like this. Because you were saying this, and I was like, yeah, but, like, my brother is not that bad at it.
Yeah.
Or, like, my cousin's, like, okay.
There are exceptions, but just, like...
But, like, general, like, that. And also, because there are these exceptions, it doesn't excuse the assumption that, like, oh, he's a guy, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like, you totally can. You just don't.
Yeah, and, like, I was like, I didn't want to be like, oh, boys are dumb, that's why they don't know it. Because also it's like, just because you're a dude and you're dumb doesn't mean that, like, you can't learn to not do this.
I am so dumb. But I know my shit. Oh, what was that?
Ooh, you got heated. See, your voice is gonna die. It's a good podcast.
It's a good podcast.
But it's like, I was like, just because you're a dude.
Hold on, let me turn the gain down. We getting aggressive.
Ooh, gains.
Yeah, people's gains.
Just because you're a guy doesn't mean that, like, you shouldn't be a good, decent human being or, like, know basic things about life and living and shit, right? Like when you should know what's in your house if you're a person living in your house and you consume the stuff there. Like, you should know that shit.
Domesticity.
Yeah, it's like...
It's called, like, living... Yeah, like, the root word of domestic is house. It's not like a woman's job. It's like you live in a house.
You live in a house.
Be on top of your shit.
It's like... And it's like, also, this also has been, like, a thing I've been thinking about, because my brother doesn't fucking put the toilet roll paper when it's empty, like, onto the thing.
I saw that.
He just fucking puts it on top. The empty tube is sitting right fucking there, and he'll be finished, and he'll leave the new toilet roll on top of the empty one. You can just fucking replace it. It's not like a trap. It's not like you need a woman's touch to replace the toilet roll thing.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. It's not hard to do. Oh, the toilet roll thing is empty. I'm just gonna leave this on top. Or you could just replace it. You use the toilet and the toilet paper. The least you could fucking do is replace it. And I told him that. I was like, why? Why? I watched you exit the bathroom. You knew that we were out of toilet paper, so you took a new roll out, but you didn't replace it. Like, it'd be one thing. It's still shitty. But, like, if you just, like, left without taking the new toilet roll thing out, right, that's one thing. But you had the foresight to do that, but you just didn't complete the last step. You just, like, decide to stop. You, like, loaded at 90% and then just quit. So mad.
What did he say?
I told him, replace it, and then he replaced it. But, like, I shouldn't have had to tell you, a 16-year-old boy, to do this. Like, what did you think I was gonna do? Fucking walk in and be like, oh, like, I'll do it myself, because it's like, I would, but, like, I shouldn't. I shouldn't have to do it. So mad. But, yeah. Going back to, like this, boys are a fucking mess. But, like, my mom and I, we were, like, my mom and I have this sort of common bond whenever we have my dad's side of the family coming over, where we just unite forces to become the best. Like, she becomes the best, I guess, daughter-in-law, ever, and I become the best goddamn child this earth has ever seen and been blessed with, right? I like set the dishes, I set the table, I clean up, I cook, I like do a whole night. And I do that at home too, like for dinner, I like set the table and everything as well. But like when like people are there, I'm like full force. My mom and I are just a team because my dad's side of the family is kind of ass, but whatever. So, like, we were doing all this, right? And so this horde of people come in. I greet them all. There's hugs, kisses. I, like, ruffle the children's heads. Mm-hmm. It comes to dinner time, right? There, in my dad's side of the family has a lot of, like, young boy cousins, right?
Young boys.
And they were, like, just dicking around. Like, the young ones, I like, get. They're just, like, dicking around. But, like, I'm setting the table, and there's 17 people in this family that needs to be fed, right? And so that's 17 things that like need to be laid out. There's plates of food that need to be handed out, and there's like bowls and everything like that. I'm literally doing all of this. My brother is watching me do all this. And I can't carry 17 chopsticks and 17 spoons and 17 napkins and bowls all at once because I only have 2 very small hands and I'm a small girl. And he's watching. He's just watching me do it. You fully see that I'm doing things very quickly because I have to because no one else is helping me. But you still won't help. Like, at that point, that's just you being a dick. But also, like, I've seen guys, just in general, like, when their things get hectic, kind of just, like, not interfere.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
I see that.
But and girls will immediately sweep in and be like, oh, do you need help? Do you want me to do anything? And, like, maybe they'll say no. Maybe they'll say they got it. But it's like, guys don't offer. They just watch.
Whenever we hang out with our group of many guy friends...
Here. Thank you. ASMR.
But yeah, they'll just like we'll be setting stuff up and they'll just kind of stand around. I mean, like they'll help if we ask them to help, but like they just don't.
They don't have their first instinct isn't to help; it's to wait to be asked to help. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a shitty thing. I think like if you see someone like who like clearly is doing a lot, you should offer it. And girls will typically offer, and guys will be asked to help. And then they'll do it, and they won't, like, usually complain. But I'm like, that difference between, like, what basically, like, a girl being like, oh, this other person needs help, and so I'll offer it.
This is the other thing we were talking about. Guys don't know how to be hosts.
Yeah, guys are shit hosts.
Because they're just used to, like, especially guys our age, they're used to such, like, a lower standard of living.
Right, and I'm like, this is sad, pathetic, and disgusting.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want, like, put your chips in a bowl.
Put your chips in a bowl.
That's all I want.
Put your chips in a bowl and ask people if they want, like, water, right? Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the bare minimum you have to do.
Buy soda. And then be like, do you want soda?
Do you want
soda?
Or
water? So you don't have to just be like, we only have one type of liquid here, and that's water.
I usually tell, because I don't drink juice or anything at home, so I tell people, we have water. It's like, that's it. It's like, sorry, like, because, you know,
sorry.
I don't like juice. Actually, no. I think my mom's on a lemonade kick recently, so we have a lot of lemonade, so I guess I could offer that. But, like, usually I'm like, we have bottles of water, and, like, people know that, but I'll always be like, who's thirsty? Like, I'll give you guys a bottle of water, and, like, did you guys eat before you come here?
And I'm like, I'm not that good of a host, but at least I can tell when I'm not being a good host. And I know what to do in order to
common social cues. You have them.
Yeah, like I can tell. I can feel the room. You know.
Yeah.
I can read a room, and I know when people are uncomfortable. I'm just like, I need to do something. Whereas guys are just like, this is fine, I guess.
Yeah. Boys will just like be there. Like you can have probably the worst social gathering. Nothing is prepared. There's no food, no snacks, nothing. There's no plan. You just show up, and they're fine with it because that's just the kind of people they are. And the moment you throw girls into the mix, I'm immediate like, this is shit.
Whenever we go to our friend's house and he's having a pool party, quote unquote pool party, it's never a pool party. It's just like we go to his house, sneak in through the bag, and jump in his pool, and then we're like, I don't know, I'm hungry. Let's go out to get food. I'm like, no.
I'm broke.
I'm broke.
Going out to eat
snacks
is expensive.
Or at least like we should bring snacks next time.
But see, also like we would have the foresight to be like, oh, people typically tend to get hungry. I should provide snacks. And like also like it shouldn't always be up to him to provide snacks.
Yeah, because like we always just kind of go over. But if like whoever invited us over to this other person's house should like provide some snacks. I always bring music. I always bring my aux, cause like you know.
Yeah. We had a beach trip recently, right? And I was the only person who brought food, which my mom, who knew I was going to the beach house, told me, oh, I think you should bring food. That's shit that, 1, dads don't do, 2, boys don't do. They don't think, oh, beach. People might get hungry. People might not want to spend a lot of money. Bring something, right? And that's like a very mom thing to do.
Yeah.
Moms are also fucking great. Going back to like my original thing, my mom made like I think seven different dishes for the people coming over, and they were all like prepped ahead of time so that when they actually came over, everything would be super ready. And like I helped her like do the whole thing because I was like, it's a lot of shit to prepare.
It's so much work. Like my mom is a bomb ass host.
Same.
Our moms need to get together and throw a party.
The party would be so good. People would nut.
Yeah.
It would just be like, just nut immediately. You enter the house.
You enter the house. They come
Nut.
to welcome you. Nut.
Nut, because it's such a good party. You leave that house and you haven't stopped nutting. It'd be such a good party.
Nut party.
Nut party. Nut party 2K17. But like they're just so good. They're like always on top. And like my mom, she was like on it. She immediately just like people were there. She got home from work and immediately started getting ready for the food. And I was downstairs helping her out. But I was also like, Mom, is there anything I need to do? And she's like, no, everything's pretty much done because we like had prepared ahead of time. And I was like, this is amazing. I was like, this is so cool. This is the best thing ever. And then like also just super annoying. The only people who were in the kitchen helping were the other like wives. All the fucking men were just sitting around. And I'm like,
cracking open a cold one?
Kinda. Yeah, pretty much. Just sitting around chatting. And I was like, this is annoying. It's dumb because at every single party I've ever been to,
and it's like
guess who's in the kitchen? It's expected.
And no one like does anything about it.
And it's super annoying. And my dad said something really, really annoying recently where like my mom wanted him to come home early so that we could drop off my grandma at the airport. And he was like, okay, so then I'll probably have to like pack a lunch. And she was like, yeah. And he was like, we don't have anything to like eat at home. And she was like, well, we have like leftovers and like rice and like vegetarian stuff. And he was like, I don't want that. I want something like good. And I was like, excuse me, the fuck what?
Oh no.
Right? And he was like, and she was like, well, and she was kind of just like, I don't know what to fucking say to you. Like what? And then he was like, I don't want to bring that. And I'm like, if you don't want to bring it, make your own goddamn food, Dad. Like, suck it up. We're dropping off Grandma at the airport so she can internationally fly to Germany, right? She's your fucking mother-in-law. Like, deal with it. And like, I was listening to this whole conversation, and I was like, this is annoying. I'm annoyed now. I'm mad. Like, my mom shouldn't have to like just cook for you for one day so that you can bring something to like your office and eat. Make your own goddamn food.
That's so dumb.
And also, like, that made me start thinking a lot about just like basically how women are expected to always do this kind of shit. And then also like in my household and like in Asian households that like I've also seen like from my family and stuff, like that's just what's expected, that like the woman is supposed to be like superhuman like levels of awesome, but that's like expected of her as opposed to her being just a above and beyond great person and all that shit. And it boils my blood because my brother gets away with so much shit and he doesn't have to do anything. And then I'm over here helping mom bust chops, right? And all these boys are just like lounging around with their fucking lazy asses doing jack shit all. And it makes me furious. It makes me so mad every single time. It's annoying as fuck. The patriarchy sucks dick.
Suck my dick, patriarchy.
It's vile. It makes me furious. And then I think about like a lot of my college guy friends too, and like so many of them are just
they're so
dumb.
bad at being human.
They're so bad at being human.
Why are guys so bad at living?
And I'm like, most of the girls I know, right? Some of them are hot messes, yeah, but most of the girls I know, even if they are hot messes,
they know that they're hot messes.
They know.
They know that like I could do better than this.
And we're super socially and emotionally in tune with people. And guys, I feel like don't have that. Like guys rarely read the room, right? I read the room all the time. I'm always like, how are people feeling? That's why like me throwing parties is stressful for me, because I like people to have a good time, and I will be stressed if I think they're not having a good time. Which is why I don't like really throwing a birthday party, because that's a lot of people I have to like cater emotionally to. But like I don't think guys think about that as much or as in depth as girls do. So like when I have guy friends who come to me for emotional advice, like they like unload their shit like frequently like onto like me or like a friend. So like this happens a lot in college, and I'm like fine, and like I listen to them and like everything, but it's like I don't think they realize that women expend a lot of energy to be emotionally available for them, and that it's kind of expected that they'll do that, and it shouldn't be expected that they do that, and men are kind of shit at reciprocating that. And it like frustrates me that it's just expected that men do the bare minimum and women go above and beyond, and they're still not treated like properly with the respect that they deserve.
I definitely don't err on the side of like being above and beyond with that kind of stuff, and like I feel bad about it. But like if I were a guy, my standard, whatever the fuck I'm doing, would just be like, wow.
Yeah. When men are praised for doing basic things.
Yeah, I'm but because I'm a girl, everyone's like, wow, Lana, you really need to like figure that shit out.
Like you're like it's stupid because it's kind of also like, I know that the reason why I'm like very type A, I'm super anal about everything, but I also know that like my mom has raised me to be very good at these kind of things. That was my tummy.
No, that was my throat.
Oh shit, really? Are you dying?
I'm about to start sputtering blood.
I would be really upset if that happened.
You just continue talking about the patriarchy.
I'd be too...
Anyway, I'm heated.
But yeah, it's just like my mom, because of the way that she was raised as well, and like the household I grew up in, I'm like super also in tune to this kind of stuff. Like these are things that I pick up on. These are things that I focus on.
Another example is like I asked you to make me tea before this thing, and you brought the honey, and you brought like a paper towel so I could have somewhere to put my spoon.
Yeah.
Like,
foresight.
Yeah, you have foresight. I wouldn't have done that. Because I usually keep my spoon in here. But
I just didn't know if you would like take your spoon out, or like especially I don't know. But yeah, I also love you a lot and I want to give you like the best quality of life.
It's the little things.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. This is something I've been thinking about a lot, and it makes me mad. It makes me mad all the time, and it's like something that I know I'm gonna continue to encounter in my life because boys and men are just not ever as great as women that I know are.
Because you ask, it's the cycle of like you ask guys to do something and then they do it wrong. So like you could teach them to do it right, but that's like a lot of things, or you could just do it right for them, which will like it's like a lot less effort.
Yeah.
But like the effort you would put into it would go a long way.
And also like those articles where it's like my wife went away for a week and I had to take care of the child and like the house on my own, and they're like so much goes into being like a parent. And
no
like, you're just
shit.
A bad parent. I'm just like
step up your parent
step
game.
Step up your game, and then it's also like step up your life like as a person. Just like be a better person, do more, It's one of those things where it's like my mom, when she goes on business trips, will meal prep for the entire week, and I'm like, she shouldn't have to do that. Like as like my dad should know how to cook for both himself and his children, right? But like he doesn't ever have to worry about that. If my mom disappeared for a month, like if my mom decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a long, well-deserved vacation and like go to California and dick around my sisters for a month, and she, like, just left us, she would never do that because she knows the house would fall into disarray. And it's true. We'd all probably be dead from, like, not eating because my dad just wouldn't have known what to cook. He doesn't know, like, doctor stuff. He doesn't know dentist stuff. He doesn't know eye shit. Like, if you asked him who my dentist was and, like, where the office was, he probably wouldn't know. Like, he's just not on top of child shit, and my mom knows everything.
Oh, yeah, my mom makes all the appointments.
Yeah, my mom makes all the appointments. My mom drives all the appointments. It's like ridiculous how much my mom does. And I swear to God, if like my mom wasn't in the picture, like for like my childhood, I'd be dead probably. I don't know. Like I don't think I would have made it. I don't know if my dad would have been able to raise me. Like very high. I mean, like he's a competent man, but I'm just like shit.
I think if our moms weren't around, our dads would have been able to figure it out.
They would have
like there would have been that pressure to like step it up but since they know that like they have wives and they're gonna like be there eventually, and they'd be like, don't worry, it'll just be a week and everything will sort itself out.
It's like
that's annoying.
It's annoying.
My dad can cook, but he's like he doesn't, and he's like not expected to.
Same.
But like whenever he does cook, he's like super proud of himself. I'm like, look, I did this.
My dad has done that too, where he'll like make something, and
I'm just like, look, I did it all by myself. I'm like, congratulations, you're a grown ass man.
Yeah, I'm like, good job. Like, what do you want? Like, a round of applause?
We're gonna eat your food now.
Yeah,
thanks.
It's not gonna be as good as mom's, but whatever. Mm-hmm. It's true on my dad's part. Like when my dad cooks, whenever it's like usually when he like finds like a super rare recipe.
My dad used to cook a lot though, and then they would have like competitions.
Oh, that's
my dad's
fun.
Like, yeah, it was really cute. My dad like he made really good chicken adobo. He would make good omelets.
Nice.
But he's like so busy now. Like I'm not saying like this because like I'm not like trying to rag on my dad, but because like he has like he's like 2, maybe 3 jobs. I don't know. I'm not sure. He has at least 2. He works at like 2 different offices, and then he goes to a nursing home after that. And I'm like, I've been working with him recently, And I've, like, been around his office, and he's, like, I've seen what he does, and he's, like, so busy. He's, like, so on top of his shit when he's at work. And I'm like, damn, because when he comes home, he just sits on the couch and just, like, dies. And he's just done. And I'm just, like, I, like, go to work, and I'm like, wow, he is a very competent man who is very good at his profession. Wow. And I'm just like, I don't know why I'm surprised, because I'm like, he's been doing this shit for a really long time. But I'm just like, then you come home, you sit your lazy ass on the couch, and you fucking die. Like, my mom, like, works her ass off too, and she's, like, really good at what she does. It's crazy. Like, it's like, her job is also, like, such a, like, a quote-unquote womanly job.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a nurse, and she, like, calms, like, she's a nurse at a children's hospital, and she, like, constantly, like, calming parents down because they're freaking out over their, like, child with, like, heart problems.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah, and then she's just like, she'll get on the phone and she'll be like, okay, so, in, like, a really, really calming voice, she's like, so this is what you have to do. I'm gonna call this, and I'm gonna make sure you have an appointment and you're ready. The doctor is gonna call you back, and blah, blah, blah. Everything's gonna be okay. If you have any problems, just, like, this is my number, call me back, my name is Trisha, blah, 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 it's fine. And then, meanwhile, in her head, she's just like, fuck this shit! And, like, because, like, the parents are so shitty to her, and then, but she's just like, yeah, you know, this is just, it's very, very calm. Like, a guy wouldn't do that.
Nah. It's like,
or it would, like, expend a lot it would take, like, so much out of them. It takes a lot out of my mom, but it would be, like, a lot out of them.
Yeah, and I think that, like my dad, like, he's, like, a good dad, like, too. It's like, yeah, like, he's good, he, like, does stuff, but it's, like, doesn't excuse the fact that he could be better, you know? Ping, ping.
My little cousin just sent a slew of these emojis to the family group chat.
That's so cute. There's a lot of cat emojis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he likes cats.
Aw, cats are good. Cats are good in this world.
Why is it the black hands, though? It's the darkest hands.
Oh no, he's inclusive.
Yeah, so.
But also, like, going back to, like, your mom expending that emotional, like, energy, like, she's, like, really good at that, and, like, men aren't really good at that whole emotion thing as either.
Actually, I don't know. My dad's good at it. My dad's, like, pretty good at it at work. It's funny because, like, they're, like, everyone who I talk to, they're like, oh yeah, I love your dad. He's great. He's super calm, super chill. He's like on top of his shit. And then, like, but, like, he expends all that energy. By the time he gets home, he, like, has nothing left. And I'm like, huh.
Yeah, it's kind of like, both my parents work as well. And, like, but the difference is, you know, my dad comes home and he's chilling. My mom comes home from work and then she continues to work for, like, the family at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, until, like, she rests at night.
Yeah.
Are there more emojis?
No, my mom said, Alex, you should go see the Emoji Movie.
No.
He wants to. I was at their house, and then
it's
he
a
was
kid
like,
movie.
Mom, can we see the Emoji Movie? And she was like, I mean, I guess so if it's, like, PG.
Is it PG?
Like, yeah, it's PG. If it's G or PG, like, we can see it. I'm not gonna see a rated R Emoji Movie.
How disgusting would that be?
No.
Do you know how many eggplant emojis would be in an R-rated emoji movie?
Man. Eggplant emoji, the peach emoji.
Oh, it'd be so bad.
The sweat droplets.
Ew,
the droplets.
no.
The eyes, the tongue.
So bad. It would
just be
vile.
like a rolling, like, Star Wars, like, rolling screen of just all those emojis for 2 hours.
It'd be
That's the rated R emoji movie.
disgusting. I feel personally attacked by that description of a
And then,
rated
like,
R emoji
and then, like,
movie.
just, I don't know, some, like, sex noises in the background.
Ew! That's disgusting! You're canceled, Lana.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Cunt.
Transition!
So,
what a good transition, you cunt.
Isn't that such a harsh word? Not only is it, like, jarring to hear, right, because of just the context of that word, but it's a crunchy word in itself to say.
Yeah, it's like, it's hard.
It's harsh. It's biting. It's cunt.
It's
like,
from Camden. It's hard.
Ooh, like, if someone were to call me that and, like, I didn't know who they were, like, they weren't a friend, I would be personally attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's such a loaded word. Australians are okay with it.
Yeah, Australians, they're
But-
like, yeah, you sick cunt.
Yeah, but
It's a term of endearment.
but like, so on the car ride, the entire car ride to lunch and from lunch back, we kept calling each other and other things and people cunts because it was funny. And it's still pretty funny.
What are we, 12?
Because it's such a heavy word. And then I brought up the word cuck, which is also, like, really intense to say because it's got that same bite that cunt has.
It's not as, like, bad, though.
It doesn't sound as bad, but initially you're caught off guard by it because it's such like a, whoa, did you just call me a cuck? Like, yeah, I did.
Cuck.
You cuck. But yeah, so I brought up to Lana, I was like, we're going to keep saying cunt, right? And we're still saying it now.
Cunt.
And it's going to become desensitized to us.
Yeah.
And in college, Lana's going to ask me to do something really simple, like turn off the lights or turn on the lights. And I'm going to go, you cunt. And there's going to be other people there. And they're just going to freeze and just look in horror and shock as I just called Lana the C word. Like, I just dropped that in public.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned that I'm going to forget that it's a bad word. And then see Lana in public with other people and just scream out, hey, cunt! Or like call her a cuck in front of everybody, and it'd be really embarrassing, and me having to just die at that point. But it's such a fun word to say.
I think I almost called you a cunt while we were at lunch.
Yeah, I felt like we did really well not trying to say that word or cuck in public, but I was also really concerned that I was just going to look over at you and have the sudden urge to go cunt. You cunt. And if we get multiple people in on saying the word cunt, then you just scream into the crowd, hey, cunts! And then it would just be really bad.
We saw a sign that said, now hiring. And I was like, what if you called the number and said, yo, cunts, I need a job?
You'd probably, the feds would arrest you. We saw this dude in like a pickup truck, and Lana was like, he has no door. And then I just went, cunt. And I was like, if I rolled down this window and called him that, I'm positive he would leap out of his Jeep to just clothesline me or something like that. Like, that's how you start fights.
I was like, roll down the window.
Call him a cunt. Do it. And I was like, no, I'll die. I'll straight up get punched. Someone's going to whip out a knife on me because I called him a cunt.
Yeah.
And honestly, I take the
Officer.
Officer.
Officer, this woman was being a cunt.
I think... Man, the officer just arrests you on the spot for saying the word. It's such a heavy word, but it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So good.
It's a good word.
Too good.
This
podcast is sponsored by cunts.
Hey, all cunts in the world. This one's for you.
All the cunts in the house, put your hands up.
Hey. That's a new song. Do you think if someone released a song that was just cunts, just the word cunt, like, it would be censored? Like, would they allow that?
I mean, not on the radio, but, like, in certain places.
Because imagine, like, you pull up on Spotify and just the word cunt is there. Like, I've never seen that in a song title. Like, you know, like, pussy, like, all that other, like, shit, everything, like, is on there. But never seen the word cunt ever in a song title.
I don't think so because, like, Spotify's not censored.
True. But someone would throw...
I'm gonna look it up.
Look up on Spotify. Anything with the word cunt in it.
Mm-hmm.
Cunt and cuck. My two favorite words. Did you find it?
Cunt crusher.
Cunt crusher?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh my god!
Country boner. Oh
my god!
You can't hear it because it's in our headphones.
Hey.
This is like a...
It's wow, this is nice.
Country boner disco Viagra mix. V is for Viagra.
Oh, I like this.
Okay,
I like this. It's
So that answers your question.
I like this song. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna create a cunt playlist now.
P.S. Fuck you, cunt. Featuring Lil Peep.
Oh, that's sounds like.
I love how some of these they're not marked as explicit.
As explicit. Well, what's that? Cunt of a
bitch is not explicit.
Well,
apparently.
maybe it's just a beat. Is it just a beat?
Probably.
That's probably why. This song sounds really chill for P.S. Fuck you, cunt.
It's probably gonna get, like, it's probably, when the beat drops, it's gonna go in.
Oh,
okay, alright,
shit.
alright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, there we go.
You can't hear it because it's through our headphones, but maybe
we went on an
I'm not gonna add it in post because I'm not gonna buy these songs.
Yeah, but they were good. They were crunchy beats.
Why Fly Me to the Moon? Frank Sinatra, you cunt.
Damn, Spotify calling him out. Shit. You heard it here, folks. Confirmed. Frank Sinatra, a cunt. I don't want to make that the title of this podcast, but I do at the same time.
I know. Because, like, who's gonna listen?
No one, but also, like, I don't... If on the case in, like, 2 years, if this becomes a thing...
Frank Sinatra is a cunt.
Like, I don't want Frank Sinatra to be like, hey...
Frank Sinatra's dead.
From the underworld, be like, did I hear someone call me a cunt?
People have called him worse, I'm sure. Actually, I don't know. Cunt's a pretty bad word.
Yeah, cunt's a really bad word. Cunt's not the first word you think of
No.
to, like, insult someone. You call them, like, a fuck, you know, a thought, a motherfucker, an ass muncher. You don't call them a cunt. That's
Frank
not,
Sinatra,
like...
the ass muncher.
I don't know. I feel like ass muncher's a...
I really wanted to open this podcast with, what have you cunts?
What up, cunts?
Welcome to the podcast, cunts.
Imagine we get big and all of our listeners are just called cunts. Like, that's their name. Hey, cunts! Be so bad!
I know!
Be so bad.
I would never be
so
able to
good.
get a job.
Oh, I see on your resume you're in the podcast. We listen to some episodes. We can't hire you because you call everyone a cunt. Sometimes a dirty cunt.
I would never be employed ever again. The podcast would be my main source of income.
Which would be
nothing.
exactly $0.
Yeah.
But you'd have happiness, joy, and cunts.
I mean, that's all you need in the world.
All you need in life are some good cunts. Some good cunts and some quality cooks.
We've been talking about cunts for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, we also talked about the patriarchy for a while, so it evens out. Yeah. For some reason, yelling has made my nose hurt. Like a weird pressure right on the...
I'm gonna lose my voice again.
Good. It's a sign of a quality podcast. Cunts. But yeah.
All over the world.
See, if we went to Australia, then we would fit right in. Just, hey, cunt. And imagine that in an Australian accent. Cunt. Yeah, cunt.
You sneaky little cunt.
You dirty, dirty cunt.
I need to go take a shower after this conversation.
You filthy cunt. We're like... Someone needs to shove, like, a bar of soap into our mouth.
We've been bad. We've been very bad.
Some bad cunts.
Bad cunts.
Bad cunts.
Good cunts.
I'm a soft boy.
I was talking about butts.
Ooh.
We were talking about butts.
There's no such thing as a bad butt.
Yeah, because you said I had a good butt.
You do have a good butt. I like your butt.
I do have a good butt. I like it. But, like, is there ever a bad butt? Like, no one can have a bad butt.
I think all butts are good butts. Some butts are better.
Some butts are better than other butts.
I think because, like, there's no such thing as bad butts.
There's no such thing as
if
bad
you have a butt, it's a good butt.
Like, what if you don't have a butt? Then you just don't have a butt. Like, you don't have a bad butt.
You just don't. You have a butt, and it's a quality butt. It just might not be, like, a good butt.
I touched the butt.
Ah! She did. But also same thing with boobs.
I didn't touch anything.
All boobs are good boobs. Some boobs are a little bit better than other boobs. It's just a fact. It's like quality stuff. Quality stuff. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, you kicked the thingy, mabobber.
What you gonna do about it, bitch?
You cunt. Yeah. Let's see. What else has been new? What's been crack-a-lackin'?
How's work been going for you? Work has been fun for me. I've had a fun time at work.
Being the resident millennial.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Resident millennial. There's like one other millennial, but she has like a real job.
Ooh.
She's like
a real person.
practitioner. Yeah, she's like a nurse practitioner. My job is fake as hell.
I love those kind of jobs though.
Because all I do is just like, I'm learning so much though about like research and medical stuff. But at the same time, like, I didn't know anything going into this job besides like computers.
Yeah. I mean, like, at least you're learning cool things. I mean, I don't think you're not planning on doing anything with it, but it's cool fun facts and, like, cool, like, just life skill stuff.
Yeah, because I'm just, like, I'm pretty good at all the computer programs now because I'm just a young person. And I can, like, adapt to that kind of stuff. But when I leave work, the research coordinator, she's going to be so lost. She's not going to know what to do without me.
Make her, like, a cheat sheet.
I don't know if I can, because, like, I don't know if I can because it's just, like, how you do things.
I mean, it'll happen, just probably slower.
Yeah, like, it's been happening. Actually, I don't know, because she called me in to help her when she got the job because I'd helped her before.
Yeah.
And so, like, the person who was doing it before, I want to talk about something after this. The person who was doing it before, she left, and then, like, she was called back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she was like, was like thrown into the middle of this and was like, I don't know what anything is. Lana, help me. And I was like, I got you.
You got her.
I got her. So then, yeah, I'm helping her, but like, I think she'll be okay. What?
Is the audio too faint, or is it?
It's okay.
Okay.
Because we're not yelling.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
This is where it usually is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You can hear yourself, can't you?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. Probably. I got bad ears.
What ears? Yeah. Okay. But another thing is, like, at the office, they always refer to, like, the women in the office that do stuff. There's like, oh, like, the girl at the front desk. But she's like, she's not a girl. She's a grown-ass woman, like, approaching 50.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's like, that annoys me. She'll refer to it like, oh, like, yeah, I gotta call the girl and, like, tell her, like, have her, like, tell me what to do for this thing. Or, like, she's, like, the coordinator of the study. But she's like, oh, yeah, like, that girl.
That's
but
patronizing.
I'm like, yeah. And I'm just like, why do you do that? That's dumb.
Just
That's stupid.
call her by her name. She works there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, gotta call, I don't know, Mary.
Yeah.
It's
fucking Chelsea or whatever her name is. But I'm just like, okay.
It's, like, super annoying.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's so dumb. I'm just like, it really annoys me because, like, some of these women are approaching 50 or, like, they, like, are 50.
And so they're women. They're not girls.
Yeah. At least say lady.
Yeah.
It's still a little bit patronizing, but it's not girl.
Or kind of
like,
just,
I am a girl.
You're a girl.
I'm a girl. I'm 19. Like, you can still call me a girl. Like, it's fine. Like, I get it. I'm like a baby.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have this job.
But you do.
But I do.
At my office, it's like everyone in there is a woman. They're all middle-aged women. Some of them are a little bit above middle-aged. But I would never say that because that's rude to, like, their face at least. But I'm the resident millennial with one other college student girl. So it's an entirely lady office.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, no. There is one guy. He's, like, the office assistant dude. But I don't think he's working there next semester because he wants to get a different job or something like that, which is understandable. But so the resident millennial, and I do all of their, like, I do web stuff for them. Don't have any background in web stuff. I'm completely incompetent in that kind of stuff. But your girl can Google shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Power of Google is amazing.
I Google so much medical shit just to make sure, like, that it is what it means.
Yeah.
And then I'll, like, oh my god. I am so triggered by the word angina.
Angina. Isn't that like
chest pains?
Chest pains, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like it.
They
just
want
don't
me
feel good.
to fill out unstable angina. At first I thought it said unstoppable angina. I was like,
can't be stopped.
This angina's gonna keep going and going.
Oh, that would
can't
suck.
stop, won't stop this angina. But unstable, like, they were like, they want me to fill out this unstable angina ECRF, which is basically just a form.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did that already. Leave me alone. And I don't know how to get rid of, like, the little notification.
Aw.
And I'm just like, it keeps coming up. And then we keep getting, like, emails when you haven't, like, cleared all the notifications out. They're called queries.
Ooh.
Because they, like, query you about things. So, like, we keep getting emails and, like, nasty calls from, like, the study coordinator people. And they're just like, you have this query that's, like, a month old. I'm like, it's just about unstable angina. Leave me alone. And, like, it's not relevant to the study at all either, but, like, they're just so anal about, like, all this stuff, which is fair, I guess. But, like, you know how when, like, in commercials, how, like, they have, like, 1 billion side effects for the things? Like, that's not necessarily side effects. That's just stuff that, like, they found while they were doing, like, field studies of things, like, practical studies, that, like, happened to the people also. Like, anything that could have happened, you have to put it in the commercial. You have to put it in the disclaimer.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, there's this one lady who has so many problems besides, like, what this pill is supposed to treat. And she's just, like, all this stuff, her fucking angina, her, like, she has, like, clinical depression. She has, like, what's it called? Dry mouth.
Dry
like,
mouth.
we have like, oh my god, we had 3 different like what's it called? Adverse events, or like it's like other stuff that happens when like
shit happens.
Yeah, shit. It's like other shit that happens to you, and like. Yeah, we had like 3 different entries, and they were all for dry mouth, but just different like terms. Like one was dry mouth, one was like another fancy term for it, one was another fancy term for it. I'm just like, her mouth is dry, get over it.
Swish some water. Eat an entire bottle of lotion.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Yeah, and she finished the study, and we had to like, because she finished the study, we couldn't leave like the whether or not it was resolved as unknown because she was done. I'm like, bitch, I still don't know. Like, she's not in the study anymore, but I just still don't know. I don't know.
She doesn't know. See, my job's not that hectic. All I have to do sometimes is make PowerPoints, make posters, and tell people my perspective as a student. And also, so I was tasked to edit a PDF, right? And you can totally edit PDFs. Like, that's like a thing that you can do. I know that. But I looked at this PDF, and then it hit me that it was a scanned PDF.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't something that's not like a Word document that someone had uploaded and then made into a PDF. It was someone scanned this thing in, and I went, holy fucking shit. I have to edit a scanned PDF. Like,
you did it, though.
I did it. And I was like, she was like, I can't edit this. And I was like, I didn't want to email her back, like, this is scanned, because she wouldn't have had the original document, because like this thing was like ancient. And I think it was like a fake it was a student's resume that they probably had permission to use or whatever, like a thing that they made, and they definitely don't think had like the original thing anymore. That's why it was like scanned, and she was giving me this one. So all I did was I just like using the edit stuff on the fucking PDF, just made white squares over the areas I needed to redo, and then typed over it. And I just went, this is correct now. And I was like, cool, problem solving 101 with Kim Tang.
Yeah.
I did it again.
If you can't do it, then just do it anyway.
Yeah, just do it. Just do the thing. And that's pretty much what I realize working with older people is just doing things that they don't know how to do, but that you also don't know how to do, but that you'll figure out faster than they can. And I also do things a lot faster than them, probably because I don't have much to do. Like, I'm just a student worker. But like, they'll hand me a task, and then I'll finish it in like 30 minutes. I'll be like, I'm done. And they'll be like, what?
Yeah.
I like, at my work, I made so many flyers so quickly. And I was like, do you want me to add anything to this flyer or anything? And they were like, oh, it looks great. And I'm like, thanks. I have like a template that I use. It's like very standard what my flyers look like, because you fuss around too much. It's kind of like it prints in black and white on colored paper, so like shit doesn't have to be that fancy. And if it's got all the information, and like people will read it, and they're like, you just keep doing things and we don't know what to give you. And I'm like, I'll sit here until my shift is done. I get paid by the hour.
Yeah.
And then that's why I got a promotion.
Yay.
Hey. And yeah, they like me, and I enjoy being the resident millennial. It's yeah. They really wanted me to do computer science as like a minor.
I know.
And I was like, they were like, you're just so good with technology. I was like, I'm really not, Deborah.
Deborah.
I was like, I just know how, I like barely know how to use Excel, but I haven't, that I'm proficient in all forms of Microsoft Office.
Because Google. You could just Google things.
I could just Google things. Like, worst case scenario, I don't know how to do something right away. I Google it, and then I like quickly learn, you know? Easy. I watched one of the girls in the office, the other resident millennial. There's like this program, InDesign, and she was just looking up how to do things on InDesign and then using it. And I was like, exactly. Like, you know, just because I don't know how to do something doesn't mean I can't learn. Crafty. Yeah. Call that shit hacks.
Life hacks.
Life hacks. With Kim and Lana. Be a good person.
I'm just like, I've been waiting, because like I don't know a lot of medical stuff, so I'll just like wait for a while. Like, I'll do all that I can, and then I'll wait for the research coordinator to come back and be like, and like ask her about things. But sometimes I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, and I'll Google types of angina I can fill out this fucking angina.
You're gonna give yourself angina from thinking about angina so much. And then you're going to be like, I have angina, and it's unstoppable.
Alternatively, that could be the title
Unstoppable
of the podcast.
angina.
Unstoppable angina. Can't stop, won't stop this angina. I'm so sweaty.
I have been. My thighs are wet.
Wet thighs.
With just sweat. We like. It's damp in this basement. Slap, 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 slap. Let's see. Did we want to talk about anything else?
Boys are dumb.
Yeah.
The patriarchy.
Yeah. Boys are pretty dumb. I just can't get over that. Like, there are a lot of smart boys, and there's a lot of good boys.
Yeah, like, there are intelligent boys, but they're still dumb.
They're still dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fact. Oh my God. Briefly political. The whole John McCain thing, whatchamacallit, when he went, like, the Senate was having, like, their little skinny Obamacare repeal thing, and John McCain strolls up in there, and he just throws the fat thumbs down, and the Democrats go, and then just clap, 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 and fucking Mitch McConnell is just like, top 10 anime betrayals.
Uh-huh.
And then it was very dramatic. It just happened at, 2 fucking a.m., and I'm like,
yeah.
damn, that's so early.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are weird. It's so early.
Right. I keep mixing up John McCain and Joe Biden, even though they're two very different people. But I just have to think about it for a little bit. If you say one of the names, I'm like, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Barack Obama.
Joe Obama.
Joe Biden was hot as fuck in his young age.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden was daddy as fuck.
Right.
Yeah. And now he's just chilling. And
now he's like a nice fatherly figure.
Yeah, a nice.
You graduate from daddy to just
grandfather.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else? Let me try to think. Oh, Dream Daddies came out.
Dream Daddies. We gotta play Dream Daddies.
Yeah, I've been
That's
seeing
gonna be a podcast.
so many screenshots of people playing Dream Daddies, and it looks fantastic. It's so cute. There's because you can buy it on Steam, there's achievements and stuff, and one of the achievements is World's Okayest Dad, where you have to get your daughter's bad ending, and I'm like, I would never be able to do that. I can't be mean in video games. I can't do it. It hurts me because I'm like, no. And also, that's your daughter. She's going to college. How could you do that? How could you be mean to your daughter?
The daughter's aesthetic.
She's
is
awesome.
My aesthetic.
She looks great.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about what your aesthetic could be if only you had money?
That's
money?
the Dream Daddy's daughter.
Because I think about constantly how nice I could dress if only I had the funds to fund myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have at any given time I have a solid 3 good outfits.
I wear 10 different things in rotating order.
Yeah. But, with these jeans now, though, you can put a T-shirt with it, and then it just becomes a better outfit, because they're nice jeans. They're good jeans.
You stole those jeans.
Yeah.
You robbed Hollister.
Whoops.
You walked into Hollister.
The feds are going to come for me.
You walked into Hollister. The cashier went, these jeans are $60. And then you went, oh. And then he went, I'll drop them down to $25.
Yeah.
And then I was speechless. I was shook. I was like, oh my God, this is happening. You just robbed a store.
No, he was like, I was like, oh, I guess I'll just not get them because they're supposed to be, I thought they were
25 because Hollister has those sales.
Yeah, and he was like, if I drop them down to 25, will you buy them?
It was like a drug deal.
Yeah. Dream deal.
I was shook. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. It was probably one of the most clutch purchases I've ever seen happen in my life.
That guy was the opposite of a cunt.
Yeah, no, that dude was really super cool. I'm doing
he was
emojis.
An Australian cunt.
Yeah, he was a rad cunt.
Pretty rad cunt.
What's the area where your
Area 51?
Yes, yes, but also where the knee, leg, armpit.
The knee pit.
Is it a knee pit?
I call it a knee pit.
I really don't know what it is, but
I don't know.
Mine's sweaty as fuck. But no, also Area 51, aliens. Aliens are real. Aliens definitely real. Government definitely hiding something. Bigfoot also probably real. Nessie, really really ancient thing that lives at the bottom of that lake. El Chupacabra, probably just the dog. Probably just a dog that eats other things, or a wolf. Mothman, probably real.
1776.
That was when I was born. Yes.
New York City. When did the Battle of 1814 happen? In 1776.
Yeah, I'm history. Oh, my one of my little cousins who came up, she's about to enter high school, very exciting stuff. And she was talking to me about, like she was like nervous because she was like, my friends aren't going to the same like high school as me, and then she didn't know what to do for school. But she's like already thinking about college, like at that age. I was entering high school, and I think I was thinking about like, man, I sure hope I make friends. And I was like, I hope I don't have that much homework. And she's like, yeah, I'm starting to think about like, my AP courses and like my clubs so that I can start preparing for college.
Yeah,
I know what colleges I already think about applying to. And I was like, what?
Damn.
What? She's also really good at, she says math and science are her favorite subjects. And she took geometry over the summer so that she could take algebra 2 as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, geometry is gross. And she's like, yeah, it wasn't that fun. Math is bad.
You know what we talked about in going into high school?
Not cunts.
K-pop.
K-pop.
Cunt-pop.
Ugh.
No.
K-pop. That was a good time. I went straight from being a weeb to being a Koreaboo.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smooth transition.
Yeah, it's a pretty smooth transition.
Want to hear something?
What?
So Brandon linked me this video.
Mm-hmm.
A friend linked me this video, and you remember what DashCon was, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, this
no.
was a convention called Rainforest. A
Oh.
furry convention that took place in
Oh.
Seattle, Washington in 2015. And he linked me this video describing and explaining what this convention was. And holy fucking shit, it was what? It was so wild. First of all, like the clips from like the video were deeply disturbing to me because
You're gonna have to share it.
yeah, I'm gonna share it to you. You can watch it right after. It's 20 minutes long.
You can link it in the description if I remember.
But it was horrendous to like watch. I felt like I was watching it was undescribable.
Yeah, you're not doing a very good job.
I
of
can't
describing
describe it because I think I died watching it because it made me so sad. I was deeply upset. The guests were the problem. It wasn't the convention. Apparently was run like well-ish,
Mm-hmm.
but
Not like DashCon.
not like DashCon. That ball pit that was bad. That was so bad.
Oh no.
But in this, like the convention guests at Rainforest, like they were throwing diapers onto people's cars,
What?
like full diapers, like grown people. Full diapers.
Like adult diapers? Like depends.
Maybe, but like full diapers. And also like the convention took place at a hotel. And so other guests were also staying at that hotel.
Oh,
and
man.
the images, the juxtaposition of people in full fursuits and like elderly people around these people was just, I felt like I was watching something from the Twilight Zone. It was, I'm going to show
my
it to you
God,
in a bit,
yeah.
and you're probably going to be upset.
Mhm.
Upsetty spaghetti.
Upsetty spaghetti.
I'm so hot.
Hot damn.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Unless something else.
You want to leave it on that note?
Yeah, we can leave it on that note.
Cunt.
Cuck. Hi, I've been a cuck. And Lana's been a cunt.
I've been a cunt. And this is the Cunt and Cook Show.
The Cunt and Cuck Show. Companion show to Chode and Chad.
Yes. I feel like we're gonna end each podcast with a different podcast name. And it's just gonna be like wildly inappropriate each time.
Well, it's the whole omgbabe thing. That's just it's a trick. And then we'll reel you in, and it's just welcome to Cunt and Cuck.
Welcome to the Cunt and Cook Show.
Yeah.
Next week it's gonna be like welcome to the Fuck Me Daddy Show.
If she breathes, she's a thought. All right.
Man. Okay. Signing off. Dink dink. Not really.
Bye.